Hello everyone, it's me Jenny and welcome to Something Fun Friday, in which I do something fun on a Friday. And conveniently today I have been tagged in a tag video challenge, which I haven't done for so long. So thank you to Alan, aka Mr. Harry Britt, link to him down in the description, for tagging me in the British tag, in which we talk about British things, because I am English, so therefore British. And so I'm just going to crack on with it because I don't want this video to go on forever, because that has potential too. So, first question, how many cups of tea do you have a day and how many sugars? Well, starting with the sugars, sugar in tea is not my cup of tea. It's a no-go. I like my tea strong and milky, so a good healthy terracotta type colour. And I have a lot of tea per day. I couldn't honestly put a figure on it. When I'm at work I'll have 2 or 3 with breakfast. I'll have, you know, one wherever I sit down in the office. You just circulate. As soon as you've got an empty cup of tea, it's time for another cup of tea, right? That's how things work. And when I'm at home I'll have, you know, 2, 3 or 4 of these per afternoon worth of tea, and this big mug, this size of my head. Tea is good. What is the favourite part of my roast? I used to eat roast in a very specific order. I used to start with the vegetables and then I move on to the meat and then I move on to the extra things like Yorkshire puddings, which are fantastic, and stuffing and that sort of thing. I would always end with roast potatoes, because roast potatoes are the best things ever. Yorkshire puddings are amazing. Stuffing is pretty damn fantastic. Crackling, pretty great. Bread sauce, so good. But roast potatoes, once they're done right, they are so good. And it's the one thing in a roast I've not cracked. I can do most type of meaty things, I can cook that off pretty well. I can do the vegetables okay. I can do the sides pretty well. But roast potatoes, I just haven't cracked that nut. And I can do them so well. Like I can do other types of potato really well. I can make homemade chips and I can do soja potatoes and I can do potato wedges and all of the other things, but roast potatoes, I haven't worked it out yet. What is my favourite dunking biscuit? I don't dunk biscuits very often. When I do, it's kind of like a special, unusual thing. So my favourite biscuit to dunk is a biscuit that I don't usually buy, which is ginger nuts. They are perfect for tea dipping. They're like a really good taste amalgamation. Like they're not gooey like chocolate biscuits or jammy dodgers or custard creams or bourbons. They have the gooey bit in the middle, which doesn't work well in my opinion with the texture of the tea. Ginger nuts are just perfect because you just dip and then they're the perfect texture and you don't get any of that crummy bit at the bottom. They just maintain their structure just enough to stop the gooey, gungy bit at the bottom of a cup of tea. So yeah, ginger nuts. Great. Favourite quintessentially British pastime? Playing cards in the pub. Oh yeah, there's nothing like during Christmas I had a collapsible crib board which just stayed in my bag, so that when we were going to family occasion where you meet up in the pub, or you know, meeting old family friends where you meet up in the pub, I had my collapsible crib board and 2 packs of cards and be like, hey guys, who's up for a game of whist? So good. Favourite word? I don't know whether or not that I have a favourite British word other than tea, but I like protestations. I discovered that word this year or last year. I love that word. Protestations. Followed by probably undulating. I like that word. Oscillating is also good. I like words with kind of like a nice ebb and flow. You get a real kind of mixture of sounds in one word. It's really nifty. Cockney rhyming slang, question mark. Cockney rhyming slang kind of gets my goat a little bit, because the thing with Cockney rhyming slang is that where it came from was, you know, a secret language so that criminals could, you know, criminal underbelly of London could communicate without the bobbies working out what they're saying. And I think now it doesn't serve that purpose other than for humorous intent. You know, up the old apples and pears, governor. It gets on my goat as a language because it doesn't make grammatical sense, it doesn't make logical sense, it's using old dated references in order to get one point for another. It's such a silly thing. Favourite sweet? I am completely addicted to so many sweets. I love Skittles, I love Maltesers, I love anything with Galaxy in the name, I love Celebrations, they're just the best of everything. Celebrations over, Celebrations versus Heroes. Celebrations win every single time. Celebrations run over Roses as well. Like, Celebrations are so good. When it comes to classics, I love Mint Imperials, I love Humbugs, I love Strawberry Bonbons, I love Sherbet Lemons, that were obviously popularised a little bit by Harry Potter, but you can only really have sherbet lemons about once a year, but when you do, they're so good. They're so good! Oh my gosh, they're like the best. What is your pub called? My local pub is called The Crown. The pub that I visit the most recently is The Crown and Thistle, where I go to play D&D. The pub that I visit when I'm visiting some of my old secondary school friends is the Broadface. The pub I went to the most when I was in sixth form was the Spread Eagle, where I'd sit and do my homework between the end of sixth form, when the sixth form library closed, and when ballet started. I'd sit in the pub and eat a bowl of chips and do my homework with a cup of tea. And if I were to own a pub, I don't know. Like, what would my pub be called? If I were to own a pub, it would be called something to do with cards or books. There's a shop in Oxford called Speak Friend and Enter, which is of course a reference to Lord of the Rings, which I think is a fantastic name. So I think maybe I'd go with something like that if I can come up with something clever. Number one British person. I struggled with this question because I was like Shakespeare or Terry Pratchett or you know, Stephen Fry. Like, there are so many great, quintessential, amazing, iconic British people in this world, so I've come up with the conclusion: my twin sister, followed by my other sister, followed by my parents and my cats. Moving on. Favourite shop / restaurant. I've already covered favourite restaurant pretty much by all my pubs. Like, that's where I eat. Favourite British shop. Like, I used to like Woolworths. I used to go there for the penny sweets, like the pick and mix. I love charity shops like British Heart Foundation, Cancer Research UK, Oxfam. It's fantastic. Like the organic free-range chocolate that you can get from Oxfam. Like, you feel good and you feel bad and you feel amazing at the same time. Chocolate has never been so good. I bought myself a Ted Baker dress from Oxfam a few months ago, and it's so pretty. Oh my gosh, I need an occasion to wear it because it's like a full-length evening dress and it cost like 30 quid because it was from Oxfam via Ted Baker. I've never, like, a designer evening gown for 30 quid. Oh my gosh. Anyway, Oxfam. Oxfam. That's the answer. Favourite British pop songs. Like, when I think of British songs, the only song I ever get in my head is the English are best. I wouldn't give tuppence for all of the rest, and that song is so racist and so delightful, and like, it's so English. It's not British, because my god does it have things to say about the Scotsman and the Welshman and the Irishman, but ooh, I can't not get that song in my head when I think of British songs. I'll put in a clip or something.
The English are bold, the English are good, and clever and modest and misunderstood.
Oh my gosh, that song is so racist and terrible and ironic and witty and horrible and amazing. And last but not least, Marmite. No. Oh. And that's the end of the video. I need to wrap this up quickly because this video is still way too long. I can't really edit it because I've talked non-stop, so I don't really know how this is ever going to get online. I apologise if this video is late. Thank you for watching. Feel free to comment. If you are British and would like to participate in this tag game, feel free. I'll put the comments down below. If you are interested in participating in this tag, feel free to answer those questions and tweet me a video if you want to do a video response. Thank you to Alan, Mr. Harry Britt, for tagging me, link down below, and Chris Ware, who is Welsh and therefore British. I tag you, I challenge you, sir, to a battle of tagging. And yeah, have fun, enjoy, carry on the tag if you wish, and feel free to comment, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow for another video. I hope you enjoyed. Keep being you wherever you may live. And I'm gonna go make myself a cuppa. Bye guys.